to get ready. Thank you for the nice clapping beginning. All right. I'll be waiting a bit more. Okay, then I guess we can start. So, good morning, dear besties.
Morning!
I'm really happy to see this whole room of fellow besties with smiles on their faces early in the morning, even in the cold weather, even a bit in the back. I think this is a pretty nice energy that we're having here, and I hope we're gonna have for the rest of the event. Right now we are beginning President's Meeting 2018, and to begin this general meeting, I would like us to do a little exercise. I would like us to meditate together. So start taking some deep breaths. Breathe in, and then breathe out. Breathe in, and then breathe out. If you want to close your eyes, feel free to close your eyes. I want you to take note of your surroundings. I want you to take note of the room that you're in. I want you to take note of the people that are around you. I want you to take note of everything that you see, from all the signs with LPG names and with people's names, of all the faces that are around you, some smiling, some a bit sleepy, but they will smile in the future, I'm sure. Of all the countries that are right now in this room, of all the diversity that we have here, all the study fields, all the ages that we have, all the backgrounds that we have. And just realize that we are 150 or so, and we are coming from everywhere. We are having different thoughts, different ideas. We are completely different. How common is a setting like this? How often can you say about yourself or about your friends or about people that you know that they have been in such a room? That they have been with so many people in this kind of setting? I bet that not so much. And let's then take a look at what led us here. Because it was a path, right? Maybe 2-3 years ago, you weren't even thinking about joining BEST. Maybe 1 year ago, you thought, oh, okay, it's quite fun around here, I have friends, I don't really want to do much. Or I just want to travel to some more fun events, or just the smaller ones. 1 year ago, during this exact President's meeting, we had no host. And the French local groups, the French LPGs, stepped up for us and made it work so that we have this amazing event now. There are a lot of steps that are leading you to every moment, and to every day, and to every event. And this one is for sure a special one. This one is one that you are not finding every day, and that not many people have the chance to experience. So my message to you is that you need to be mindful of this fact, and that you need to make the most of it. Because you might not get a chance like this again. Who knows? Or maybe you will, but even if you will, it will be something different. It will not be in the middle of France and Limousin. Please don't sing the song. It will for sure not be with the same people. Chances to be with the same number of people are close to zero, if not more. So the moment when you can make the most of it, it is really now. And this event is for you. This event is for all the LPG delegates who are actually making a change, who are making a decision, who are bringing the future of BEST forward. Because all the other people that you're seeing on the third row and the people that you're seeing there are working hard so that you can speak up, so that you can bring your ideas, so that you can decide. Because if you don't, then BEST stops. And that's why we have this President's meeting. And that's why all of you, be it that you are the leaders of your LPG, the president, or some of you are not, but are trusted people by your LPGs, have only one shot during these 4 days to make an impact, to matter, to say what you need to say, to ask what you need to ask, and to make the right decisions. the right decisions that your LBG believes you should make. Make the most of it. Use these days that you have to learn, to grow, to develop, to understand more, to understand what is happening, to talk to your people back home, and to come back here on the last day, knowing what the future of West should be, and deciding together with all these people around you in this setting that you will most likely never find again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Antonia. Welcome everybody. As I guess you all know, the general meeting cannot be happening without two very special people, which are the speaker and deputy speaker. By the Article 6 in our internal regulations, the International Board proposes the speaker and the deputy speaker, and the Lantern is proposing Joanna from LBG Delft and Mare from LBG Trondheim. Could you please come to the middle?
Good morning, everyone. Oh, you didn't have breakfast today. Everybody, come on. We're at President's Meeting 2018 in France.
So before you vote and decide if you want us as the speakers or not, we thought that it would be nice of us to introduce ourselves. So who are we actually?
So as Vicenta mentioned a bit earlier, we are here to help you put your ideas forward. We are here to facilitate the discussions. We are here to facilitate the plenary time. And we are here to be impartial and biased. We are older members of BEST already, you will see a bit later. So we are quite detached from the current topics. We have no emotional attachment, let's say, to current topics. So we can assume the role of being impartial.
So a bit about our journeys. So I started in Norway, in Oslo, the top picture, and Ioana in Romania, in Timișoara. And a bit more about Ioana. She started in LPG Timișoara in 2010. And then she moved to Delft in 2012 and became a member of the BEST group there, where she also started studying Master in Computer Science after doing a bachelor in the same. And there she was the secretary. And currently, she's super cool and doing a PhD in learning analytics, so using her training skills together with her computer science skills.
Maren joined BEST in 2011 with LBG Trondheim. She started studying architecture, but later switched to civil engineering. And at the moment, she's in her last months of being a student, hopefully graduating in June.
So the first time that we met was in the summer of 2013 in Brasov, where we became trainers together, and we called ourselves the Wolves.
Later on, we also got more involved on the international level. Maren became a regional advisor for the Nordic region, and I was knowledge management coordinator, knowledge management project coordinator. Both these happened in the year 2013-2014.
We have also been quite active in Tiro, which is now called Training Department, for quite some years actually.
As you can see in all the photos, we tend to stick to each other. In 2014, both of us decided to give even more to best that we did so far, and we were both members of the boards. We called ourselves the Submarine, and the coordinators, the committee coordinators at that time, were called the X-Men.
So during the year of being in the board, we experienced quite a lot. For example, sitting at the board table for both PM and GA. And we had a lot of nice travels together with our fellow submariners, as you can see in the pictures.
But our friendship did not stop there. We actually meet regularly, almost every year. We also tend to attend each other's important life events like graduations or housewarming parties. Maren and I also have a special connection, and we're both volunteers starting in BEST, but we continued also beyond that, and we were both active in an initiative called Recycle Up Ghana. So we both an initiative that deals with youth empowerment in Ghana at the moment, in Ghana and Togo at the moment. So we both traveled to Ghana, and we organized and facilitated summer camps with high school students.
And beyond that, we also do skiing. We like to be active, both of us. And we also liked very much the year after we were in the board and could chill in the back, like Kampas is doing now. And we also have some common interests, reading books, and also knitting. Yeah, we're a bit cool. So now, we've told you a bit about ourselves, but we thought since it's still morning and you might still be a bit tired, we want you to move a bit. So now, if everybody can brace up, stand up. So for each question, there will be two alternatives. Ioana, let's do a test round. If you want to vote or if you want to answer Ioana, you turn left. And if you want to vote for me or answer me, then turn right. I will repeat this for every question. Are you ready for some quizzing? So first question, who has been interim EEC coordinator, which is now the Vivaldi department, what was called the External Events Committee when we were young? So if you think it was Ioana, turn left. If you think it was me, turn right.
1, 2, 3.
I see quite some divided. Well, it was me, as you can see in the middle here with the snake that we used at that time. Next question. Who has traveled to 6 continents during the last 2 years?
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so it was Ioana, living the sweet life of a PhD. Who got married to another fellow submariner? Okay.
1, 2.
Do you need a recap of which way to turn? Okay. So if you think it was Ioana, turn left. If you think it was me, turn right. 1, 2, 3.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, here it might look like we married each other. But I did actually marry Olav, another submariner. Next question. Who lives all alone? Do you think it's Joanna? Turn left. If you think it's me, turn right. 1, 2, 3. So the one who lives alone is actually me. He moved to Oslo. I will move to Oslo in June, hopefully.
Yes.
Who travels to another country to get to work 3 days a week? To vote for Joanna, turn left. If you think it was me, turn right. 1, 2, 3. So this is also the sweet life of a PhD. Joanna travels 1 hour approximately to every day, 3 days a week.
From Germany to the Netherlands.
Last question of the quiz. Who removed her appendix in 2017? If you think it was Joanna, turn left. If you think it was me, turn right. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. There is only 2 people here who are right. The ones who didn't turn, because it was both of us.
Yeah! We did it.
So that was it for the quiz. I hope you feel like you know us at least a little bit better. And feel free to ask questions to us later. So now we want to ask you if we can be your speaker and deputy speaker.
Okay. Now I would like to ask all of you to put your fist up in the air. Okay. If you approve Joanna as a speaker of President's Meeting 2018 France, put your thumbs up. If not, put your thumbs down. So 1, 2, 3. Woo! Joanna is approved as a speaker of this plenary.
No.
And now, if you would like to approve Maren as deputy speaker, we will follow the same procedure. So, fist in the air. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So, Maren is also elected as deputy speaker of this plenary. Congratulations. And in order to start this plenary, I would like to ask the delegates from Dansk to bring the hammer to the board table. Dansk. No.
What? Already.
I heard that I have rights to punish the person who did not bring the hammer to PM. Am I correct?
Guys, can I have your attention, please? We will do the punishment, but we will not do this now. We will do it later. But then, when we need some wake up, we will come back to you. All right? Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you, Alexandra, for bringing or not bringing the hammer. And with that, since I have the hammer, I declare this PM open. So the first thing on the agenda that we have is approving a number of people that were charged with some tasks during this PM, and they need your approval. And the first on the list are the PM secretaries. Their task is to take the minutes of this president's meeting. They will be seated at the board table, so they can see everyone. And there are two proposals for PM secretaries. First is Extra Ifigenina from Athens. Please stand up. And Extra Kasper from Gliwice. Please stand up. Okay. They need your approval. So as before, please put your hands, your fist in the front, up in the air. If you approve them to be PM secretaries, please show thumbs up. Otherwise, please show thumbs down. Now. Okay. Thank you very much. Both of you are approved as PM secretaries. So can one of you please join the board table? Okay, the next task are code checkers. Their task is related to the voting part of PM, and they will check whether VIP and our voting system works properly. There are again two people here. First is Mirza, IT department coordinator, and Extra Marilyn, and Veronica from the Compass. Plenary, your fists up in the air. Thumbs up if you approve them, thumbs down if you don't. Now. Great, thank you very much. The next are the mini checkers. Their task will be related to voting, and they will check whether the voting results are correctly written down in the minutes. This will happen on the last day. They are Extra Mariniki from Athens, also member of the Compass, and Extra Sene from Ghent ambassador. Since only Sene is present, we will approve Sene, and Mariniki will approve once she arrives. So please put your fists up in the air. Thumbs up if you approve Sene to be mini checker, and thumbs down if you don't. Now. Thank you very much. Sene is approved as a mini checker. And finally, we have the financial auditors. The financial audit, their task is to check and audit the report of the treasurer presented at this GM. And they are Ileana, the finance officer, Extra Daniel, and Extra Regina. please fists in the air. Thumbs up if you approve them. Thumbs up if you don't. Now, awesome, thank you very much. We have our financial auditors. They will start their tasks a bit later. Great. These are the administrative issues that we have to solve in the beginning. And now, general meetings are a mix of people, some with more experience and some with less experience. It's always nice to know who are the experienced ones, so you know who to go to in case you have questions. So, for that we're going to play a little game now. So, everybody please stand up. Now, the game is going to go like this. You also play?
Of course you can.
Okay, you can also play. So, for whomever this is their first general meeting, please sit down now. Okay, for whomever this is their second general meeting, please sit down now. For whomever this is their third general meeting, please sit down. Their fourth general meeting. Their fifth
Where is
general
Fergus?
meeting.
Where is Fergus? Yeah. That's Fergus that you need.
Sixth. Seven. Okay, it's time to sit down. Great, so I hope you saw the last people standing, because they are general meeting. So in case you have questions about what happens in the session, or why are we seated in this shape, they are the person you can go and ask. Great. But to give you a bit more information on what this specific general meeting is about, so what President's meeting is about, Vicente prepared a short presentation to introduce you to this topic.
Good morning, everybody. So, welcome to President's meeting in 2018 France once again. But you may ask yourself, what is actually President's meeting? So, PM is a statutory meeting, and it's one of the decision-making bodies of BEST. In this PM, what we are gonna do a lot is to serve between LBGs. We are gonna check on the reports from 4 months of work of the current board and the departments and other bodies. And this President's meeting is also one of the chances, one of the 2 chances that we have per year to vote on membership cases. In our case, we will have 6 of them. Here is also an event that brings together around 180 people. This is counting organizers as well. This is also one of the 2 opportunities that you have every year to meet besties from all the LBGs in one place. We are here all together from all these different places, and this is the opportunity to raise the voice of your LBG in this plenary and to make your part count. So who is actually here? We have LBG delegates. We have also delegates from OBG Frankfurt. We have the members of the 31st International Board, the Lantern, and we also have some members from the 30th International Board, the Compass. We also have the department coordinators of this year, the lighters. You can also meet the ambassador, the finance officer, the event coordinator, and GA 2019 main organizer. You can meet quite a few LGR representatives all over there. A bunch of extra delegates that you can find in the second or third row, depending on where they are. And of course, quite some organizers that I would like to use this opportunity and any opportunity that I have to thank them again for hosting this event. But what is PM about then? PM is a lot about information. We have a lot of presentations in this PM. There will be a lot of things that we are going to be sharing in here, and there will be a lot of information that you will need to process. So please have that in mind and try to take time every day to process all that information and to make the most out of it. PM is also about decisions. As I said before, PM is one of the decision-making bodies of BEST. And in here, since we are all gathered together, we have the opportunity to make some changes. So keep this in mind. Use the information that you will gather and all the experience to make the best decisions for the organization. Of course, PM is also about giving your input. There will be a lot of things shared from the international bodies towards the LBGs. But of course, we wouldn't be meeting here just for us to dump all this information to you, but it's for you to share your opinion, to tell us what you think about it, to construct together what we are doing here. So your input is really welcome, so please try to be as active as possible and so that we can all make the most out of this PM. PM is also about socializing. There is no picture here for obvious reasons. But of course, we are 180 people gathered together here. So of course, it's a great opportunity to meet everybody. So try to, by the end of this PM, let's see if you manage to talk to these 100 people. And one final thing, PM is a lot about making your voice heard. We are all here gathered together, and whenever you have something to say that you believe is important for the rest of the organization to know, please stand up and raise your voice. With that being said, enjoy the event, have fun, make the most out of it, and let's get the best moving forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vicente, for the presentation. Now we are quite a number of people here. Probably you don't know everyone, so I think it would be nice if we all introduce ourselves. So, for that, okay, I will try again. This is better?
Yes.
Perfect. Great. So, as I was saying, we are quite a number of people here, and it would be nice to introduce ourselves. And for that, I would like to ask one of the microphone carriers to bring a microphone to this side. So, how this will go is that you will have 15 seconds to say your name, your LBG, and to answer me, what is your favorite animal? And then please pass the microphone to the person to your left.
Thank you. So, my name is Emil. I'm from... Hello everyone, my name is Emil. I'm from LBG Aalborg, capital city of Denmark. And my favorite animal is of course the panda.
Hi, I'm João from Almada, and my favorite animal is like, I don't know, a dolphin.
Hey everyone, I'm Mike from LBG Ankara, and probably my favorite animal is honey badger.
Hello, I'm Susanna from LBG Athens, and my favorite animal is penguins.
Hi, I'm George from LBG Aveiro, and my favorite animal is a dog.
Hi, I'm Arnau from LBG Barcelona, the best city in Spain, or not. And my favorite animal is a penguin.
Hello, my name is Millie from LBG Belgrade, and my favorite animal is panther.
Heyo, I'm Nick from Russia, and my favorite animal is the tiger.
Hello, my name is Vladimir. I'm from LBG Bratislava, and my favorite animal is sheep.
Okay, I don't know what I can do with this much information, but I have a lot of free time lately, so I would be very interested to know what is your favorite TV series. Favorite TV series?
Hello, my name is Veronica. I'm from LBG Brno. My favorite animals is dragon, and therefore my favorite TV series is Game of Thrones.
We can continue on with the TV series.
Hello, my name is Nishta. I'm from LBG Brussels, and my favorite TV series is Grimm.
Hello, I'm Aurélie from Brussels URB, and my favorite TV series is also Game of Thrones.
Hello, I'm Joanna from LBG Bucharest, and I also like Game of Thrones.
Hi, I'm Bogi from Budapest, and I don't watch series, so I go for Disney movies.
Hi, I'm Adrien, and from LGG Asperre, and my favorite series is Breaking Bad.
Hello, my name is Dmitry from LBG Kanya, and my favorite series is Westworld.
Hi, I'm Irina from LBG Channel, and my favorite series are How to Get Away with Murder.
Hi everyone, my name is Marina. I'm from LBG Cluj-Napoca, and my favorite TV series is Leftovers.
Hello, I'm Daniel from LBG Coimbra, and my favorite TV series is Vikings.
Okay, I think we can continue on with our next question, and that is, what is your favorite best value?
Hello everyone, my name is Rita. I'm from LBG Yeka, and my best value is flexibility.
Hello, I'm Emilian from LBG Ensam, and my best value is diversity.
Hi, I'm Mateo Martinez from LBG Delft, and my favorite best value is friendship.
Hello everyone, my name is Julia. I'm from Ecuador, and my favorite best value is flexibility.
Hello, I'm Hugo from LBG and Stat High-Tech, and my favorite best value is fun.
Hello, I'm Alexandra from Gdańsk, and improvement.
Hello, I'm Clara from LBG Erlangen, and my favorite value is also friendship.
Johannes from LBG Ghent, and flexibility.
Hello, LBG Glovita, Victor, and also improvement.
Great, thank you very much. And the next question is, what is your favorite superhero?
Hi, my name is Kishore. I'm from LBG Gothenburg. My favorite superhero is Batman.
Hi, it's Julie from LBG Istanbul Bolt, and my favorite superhero is Wonder Woman.
Hi, I'm Aki from LBG Helsinki, and my favorite superhero is Nico from LBG Helsinki.
Hello, my name is Tiago from LBG Izmir, and my favorite superhero is Deadpool.
I'm Stano, LBG Košice, aka Tatrajem, aka the only one best New Year's event. And my favorite superhero, I don't know, maybe Spider-Man.
Hello, I'm Seda. I'm from LBG Istanbul Yıldız, and my superhero, my favorite superhero, Thor.
Hello, I'm Alia from Kiev, and my favorite hero is Batman.
Hey, I'm Belgian from Istanbul, and my favorite superhero is... I forgot I have Goblin.
Thank you very much. Let's leave it at that with superheroes. And our next question is, what is your favorite best event?
Hello, I'm Teodora from LBGS, and my favorite best event is our best training weekend.
Hi everyone, I'm Gökhan from LBG Sparta. My favorite best event is Iron Striking.
Hi, Camila from LBG Sonos, and my favorite best event is regional meeting.
Hello, Reda from Grenoble, and my favorite event is
Hello, I'm Layla from LBG Graz, and I would say that my favorite event is also Region 3 Rule.
Hi, I'm like all Portuguese people called João, and I'm from Lisbon, and best event is maybe motivational weekend.
Hi, I am Jesus, or Jesus, as you want to call me, and I'm from Madrid, Carlos III, the good one. And my favorite best events are also motivational weekends.
Hi, my name is Lucia from LBG Maribor, with 2 Madrids. And my best event is eBay.
Hi, my name is Paula from LBG Madrid, the real one, and my favorite event is IKEA.
Hi, I'm Zach from LBG Lyon, and my favorite event is eBay Lyon.
Hi, my name is Andrei from LBG Lviv. My favorite best event is our engineering job fair.
Hey, I'm Shaq from Lund, and my favorite best event is Santa Claus, of course.
Hi, Eva from LBG Łódź, and my favorite event is Summer Course 2.
Hi, I'm Ola from Louvain, and my favorite best event is Quebec.
Hello, I'm Urban from LBG Ljubljana, and my favorite event is RM.
Okay, thank you very much. The next question is, who would you choose? Android or iOS? Do you prefer Android or iOS?
Hello, I'm Armin from LBG and I prefer Android.
Hello, I'm Jordan from LBG Leuven, and I prefer Android.
Hello, I am Adrian from Las Palmas. We don't use phones, we just...
Hello, I'm Noemi from Milan, and I prefer Android.
Hello, I'm Maria, LBG Moscow, and I prefer Android.
Aloha, Enes from Green Mostar. My favorite would be Android.
Hello, I'm Antoine from LBG Nancy, and I don't have a smartphone too, so I don't know.
Okay, thank you very much. For the next question, do you prefer pizza with pineapple or without
Hello, I'm Gennaro from LBG Naples, and
Oh my god!
Hello, I'm Nicola
from LBG Niche, and since I'm sitting next to Italian, no pineapple.
Hello, I'm Stefanos from LBG Patras, and I have a free no pineapple pizza.
Galina from LBG Novi Sad, no pineapple, please.
Hola, Joanna from Podgorica, with pineapple, because I'm far away, and with jam also.
Hey, I'm Ugo from LDG Porto. There's no Italians as well, so I like pineapple, no jam.
Hello, I'm Oliver from LBG Oslo Prague, and I don't prefer pizza with pineapple.
I am Eva from LBG Riga, and I prefer pineapples.
I'm Lorenzo from LBG Rome, the yellow one and the best one, and no pineapple. No.
My name is Elisa, St. Petersburg, and no pineapple.
Hello, I'm Valerio from LBG Rome Tor Vergata, the yellow one of Rome, and obviously pizza without pineapple.
Okay, thank you very much. For the next question, could you please tell us what is your favorite PA feature?
I'm Damian from LBG Skopje, and the answer to that question is no, I cannot tell you.
Nikki from LBG Skopje, HR2.
Hello, I'm Lisbeth from LBG Tallinn, and I will say I like that I can see who owes me beer in PA. That's my favorite.
I'm Tiny from LBG Tampere, and I don't know, maybe the thing that I can sign up for an event in PA.
Hi, I'm Panos from Thessaloniki, and my favorite feature is Macumbaero.
Hello, I'm Denis from LBG Timișoara, and my favorite feature is the carrot on the tap.
Hello, I am Sofia from LBG Torino, and my favorite feature is that you can see the birthdays of the people that...
Hello, I'm Diana from LBG Rosanna, and my favorite feature is where you can update for courses.
Okay, thank you very much. And to tell the organizers what to prepare more, what do you drink in breaks, coffee or tea?
I'm Claudia from Valencia, and I prefer coffee, of course.
I'm Carlos from Valladolid, and I prefer sangria.
Amigo from Argentina.
I'm Sasha from LBG Vinica, and since I sit next to Warsaw, I prefer Soplica.
Patrick, Warsaw, I have to agree with Vinica delegate, Soplica.
I'm Lucia from LBG Zagreb, and I prefer tea. With Soplica.
Hi, I'm Emilia from LBG Wrocław, and Soplica is for pussies, pure vodka only, please.
Strongly approves. Dobrze.
Hello, Mirza from LBG IPC, also Mostar, and the question is still the same. Okay, I prefer coffee.
Okay, Marilyn, I prefer, I don't know, give me something.
Sarah, LBG Skopje, and I prefer coffee.
Hello, my name is Anastasia. I'm from LBG Zaporizhia. Zaporizhia! Another coffee!
Hello, I'm Sasa from LBG.
Yes, we have the same name, so it's easy to remember us.
Hello, I'm Extraversa from LBG Barcelona, and I prefer tea. Anna from LBG Zurich, and I prefer espresso.
I'm Daniel from LBG Madrid Carlos Ferrero, and I prefer coffee.
Hello, I am Yao from LBG NYC, and I prefer coffee.
Hi, Extra Lorenzo from Almada. I prefer tea, but I got my own.
Okay, and the next question, just to see who's going to be here in the plenary first, are you a morning or an evening person?
Valentin Vigilion, and definitely evening.
Sergio from competitions department, definitely evening.
Monica, LBG Quebec this year, and for me it's definitely evenings, mornings are kind of hard.
Can you please, okay, we change to the next question. Next question, can you please tell us your favorite LTSP metric?
Okay, I'm Mast from LPG Compass, and wow, I don't remember the name exactly. The one about the returning partners, but I don't remember the name.
Hello, I'm Veronica from the Compass. Do I still have the same question?
Okay, can you please tell us your favorite official document?
Status of best.
Do I also have the same question?
Yes.
I'm Gustavo. I'm from LBG Compass, and my favorite official document is the Belgian law.
I think the question is the same.
Yes, but it might be a bit difficult for you to answer that question probably. So can you please tell us if you prefer to text or to make a call? To text or to make a call?
So, Evrim from Alger, European Student Forum, so I prefer call.
Hello, Eva from Eastern. I also prefer calling people.
Hello, can you hear me? Hi, I'm Samuel, I'm the ambassador, and I'm also from LBG, and I prefer calling, but people always take me time to text.
Hi everyone, here. I'm Zenon from CFS, your Canadian partner, and I would actually go with iMessage.
Senna, I'm Extra Senna from LBG Ambassador, and I'm too lazy to text, so I prefer calling.
I'm Alina from Monday, hello, and I prefer messaging.
My name is Ilana, I'm LBG Financial Consultant, and I prefer calling.
I'm Aga, I'm from LBG Krakow, I'm a fellow of GA, the next GA, and I prefer call.
Great, and for the next question, can you please tell us your favorite lantern?
Hello everyone, I'm Miguel from LBG Training Department, and my favorite lantern is the classical one.
Olivia, LBG Warsaw Design Department, and my favorite lantern will be the Sempe.
Hello, Davide, DG Milan, Development Department. My favorite lantern, the one that sends emails on time, Ines.
Hello, Kacper from LBG Extra, and my favorite lantern is the one from London.
Okay, Eva, my favorite lantern is Gabor.
I'm Runar from LBG Reykjavik, and my favorite lantern is Santa.
Hi, I'm Regina from LBG Trains, aka from Tallinn, and my favorite lantern, do I have to choose? I'm gonna choose my mama.
Okay, this gets a bit too personal. So let's see, what is your favorite prime number?
Hi, I'm Gregory from LBG Frankfurt, and my favorite prime number is 13.
Hello, I'm Martin from Brest, and my favorite number is 8.
I'm Axel from LBG in Bretagne, and my favorite prime number is 7. Yes.
I am Laura from LBG Grand Department, and it's also 7.
Rakshit from LBG membership department, I was going to say grants department again. My favorite prime number is 7 as well.
I'm Jacob from Board of Excluded Students of Trondheim, and my favorite prime number is also 13.
Okay, we have a special question for you. Do you prefer YouTube or Spotify?
Hi, Osvaldo LBG Ensign or Dreams. And I prefer Spotify.
I'll take a question. Oh, hello, Augie from the Lantern, LBG Belgrade as well, and Spotify.
Wait, can you please tell us what is your favorite browser?
Hello, my name is Antonia from LBG Lantern, and as it was whispered to me, it would be incognito mode, but in Google Chrome.
Hello, I'm Sandra, also from the Lantern and LBG Tallinn, and my favorite is as well Google Chrome.
Okay, let's change the question for what is your favorite Game of Thrones then?
Okay. Vicente, Lantern, LBG Delft. My favorite one I'm gonna go with Netstar, even though it's not popular.
Okay, for the next question, we go to what is your favorite Harry Potter movie?
Airport, LBG Lantern, LBG Budapest, and Philosopher's Stone.
Hello everybody, I'm Francesca, LBG The Lantern and LBG Rome, and I will go like Gabor, so can you hear me now? Yes, perfect. The Philosopher's Stone.
Hello, I'm Ines from the Lantern and from LBG Almada. And same question? Yeah? Okay. So I would say the last one.
And for the last question, we will go for the session you're looking forward to taking minutes. Do you need more time?
Extra and all of them.
Okay, thank you. That means you're going to be staying with us for the whole 4 days, right? Casper, you're lucky. Great, thank you everyone for introducing yourself and sharing a little bit about yourself. Now it's time to get the party a bit more started. And we're gonna introduce you to, I'm gonna introduce you to some plenary rules. Okay, so we're gonna be here for the next 4 days in this room, and we need to spend our time here quite efficiently, quite effectively, and for that we should follow some guidelines together. Oops, I forgot. Thank you. So, first thing, this will be our working room for the next 4 days. No sleeping room, no eating room. This will be a working room. This means there will be no food. Please don't bring any food in here because that might start smelling, creating an uncomfortable atmosphere. We also don't have a lot of space, so please don't bring any laptops so you can stay focused. Also, no tablets. There will be some specific people that will be excused to use laptops, and that is the mini taker and the code checkers, because they have to check the online voting system. And also, to avoid any problems that might appear, please don't bring any drinks except water, or if you bring drinks, please have them in closed containers like this one. Now, here we have quite a problem, as you might have noticed. The reception on your phones might be quite bad, but it becomes even more complicated because the internet will use the same bandwidth, because it's not through cable but through SIM. So for this, the more phones are active, the worse the internet will be, so the worse the quality of the live stream will be, which means that your fellows back at home will not be able to follow it properly. So when we're in the plenary, please put your phones on airplane mode. Then, I hope many of you will have questions and contribution to the plenary. So when you want to talk, how do you show that you want to talk? Or how do you get to talk? First of all, to make sure your emotions or your nervousness does not get in your way, please write down the question on a piece of paper for yourself. Second, lift your LBG sign like this and point it towards the board table so we can see it, and keep it up until I show you that I have seen your sign. Then you can put it back down. When you will be given the word, please stand up. You will receive the microphone from the microphone carriers. The microphone will already be on, so don't touch any buttons. State your name and your LBG or your team. And only afterwards you can proceed with your idea or question. Is that clear? Great, thank you. Then we have finger rules in BEST. I hope most of you are familiar with them, but just a quick recap. If you have one question,
lift one finger up in front of your LBG sign. If you have a comment or a direct reply, please put 2 fingers up. If you think the discussion is going sideways and you would like to move forward, please show 3 fingers so we can interrupt the discussion. If you have technicals like it's too warm, it's too cold, put your pinky up. If you want people to speak louder, or for us to turn the sound louder, put your middle finger up. Quieter if it's too loud. If you agree or disagree with some things or some questions, or you want to express your opinion or your agreement or disagreement with some things, we have thumbs up, thumbs down, which we've already used. And as you might have noticed, you have 2 colored cards on your desks. One is a green and one is a red one. We will use these ones for, let's say, more official, plenary, probing, so show your agreement with this. Not everybody in the plenary has these cards, only full members have them, because they are the ones that have voting rights. Please make sure that you don't lose them. If you feel the need, keep them in your binder, write your name on them, but please don't lose them. A very, very important thing, plenary starts at 9 in the morning. You also received a schedule where you have all the blocks. Please be on time in the plenary. If you are here on time, we can start on time. We will not be delayed and we will finish on time for coffee breaks, lunches, dinner, and for the evening time. If, however, something happens and you are late, and there are presentations going on or question rounds, please don't disturb the plenary. Wait at the door until the presentation is over, or I make you a sign that you can proceed and enter the plenary. Access to the plenary is a bit limited, so please don't block the exits. We have exits on this side. We have 3 exits over here. Please don't block them, and make sure that during breaks they are free, so you can enter at exits fast. If you have any announcements to make, please write them on a small piece of paper and address them to the deputy speaker over there. Pass them all the way up to Mar in the corner. You have seen some emails about merchandising, lost and founds. We don't want to be crowded with that many messages or notes, so please don't send these kind of messages or announcements. There will be flip charts for these specific things, so please check the flip charts. We thought that one nice, cute thing that we could do is to share, all of us, what are the things that make us happy, what are the small things that change our day, from the morning until the evening. And for that, we have here a small, we call it a gratitude box. So whenever during the day you find something that makes you feel grateful, makes you feel happy that you're here, that you have so many people around you with whom you can share a lot of things, write it on a small piece of paper, put it in the box. At the end of the day, we're gonna share these with you. Share some love. Another thing is about respect. I think we are all adults here. And a very important thing is to, in order to receive respect, is also to show respect. So please respect the speakers that will be here, the presenters that will be here. Please respect each other. listen to what the others have to say, so they will also listen to what you have to say. Please respect the organizers that put a lot of effort into this event, and please respect all the people that work for this event. I hope we don't have to spell it out for you, but in case you do, we will play a song in the break. And one last thing, in order to show appreciation for different people or different things, we will applaud after presentations, after good jokes, after good puns, but we will also use the mono clap, and that is similar to applause, but it's only one clap. And that goes like this. When I say 3, we will all clap. So let's try it once. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. You deserve a round of applause for that. Great. That is it from our side. We hope you will enjoy this event. We hope you will contribute to this event as much as possible. Please stay very active, stay alert. And yeah, have fun in the next 4 days. Thank you. Do you have any questions at the moment? Okay. For the next part, in the next 4 days, we will also have a lot of presentations in the plenary, and to give you a short guide or a reminder on what to take care of, here will be Maren.
Just a short introduction to how to present in the plenary, because there are some technical things that you should be aware of. So first, prepare your slides. Make sure that they don't look like this, because yeah, you do have some bullets, but it's still very hard to read, and it removes the focus from you as the speaker. And also remember that if things that look good on your screen might not look so visible up on the beamers. So for example, this is size 20, font size 20. It's not really that readable. If you make it 32, still a bit small, maybe go up to 42, or you can even go up to 60, or you can be a bit crazy, 88, or the best one, 150. And the most important is the contrast. For example, this one, it's not very easy to see what's written there, but this, on the other hand, you can read. Upload your slides. The deadline has already passed, and I don't have all the presentations, so shame on the people that are supposed to present. But if you haven't uploaded and you still want your slides, then here is the link to upload them. Remember to name them the day, so 1, 2, 3, or 4. The owner, so the LBG or the team that you come from. The name of the presentation that you're going to have. Your own name. Or if you're uploading for somebody else, put the name of the one that is presenting. Remember to put them in PDF. If you put them in PPT or in Google Slide or whatever, I won't be able to beam them, or they might look really, really weird. Remember to put them in a 4:3 ratio, then they will look like this. If you put them in 16:9, you won't really be able to see everything. Especially for the live stream, then they will be cut on the sides. And since the deadline has passed, I'm giving you a new deadline to upload before the end of the day, before your presentation. Then, when you have done that, it's time to rehearse, because it might look super simple to just walk around and say what you want to say, but you might have a blackout when you see all these beautiful faces. So do like Bieber, rehearse in the mirror, or ask somebody to listen to you and give you some feedback. Each minute counts. We are quite strict on time because we have a lot of presentations and we don't want to waste your time. So therefore, we're also going to give you some hints, the ones that are presenting. You have most of the presentations are 7 minutes, and then when there are only 5 minutes left, we will show the green cards. The ones that have the green card. Can you show them? Not the green card that everybody has, only the one with the 5 on. Great. And then when there's 2 minutes left, there's the yellow card. Awesome. Then orange for 1 minute. And the red one. Then it's time to stop. And if you don't stop, the speaker will be quite mad. So, the clicker, the one that I have in my hand here, please only use the 2 buttons that are marked here. If not, weird things will start to happen. And yeah, just before we go to that, we also have the microphone. It's a very simple one, on-off. Nothing can go wrong, hopefully. Also, one more thing about the moving here in the plenary. As you can see, there's quite a lot of cables, as mentioned in the start. For the delegates, please try to not go in the middle, or everybody, please try to be as much on the sides as possible. And when you are presenting, watch out. There are connections here, here, and here. Don't push, don't keep them, please. And lastly, there will be competitions for best slide and best presenter. And we also have some more contests that you saw. So there's also a possibility still to send in wake-up games or jokes or songs that you want to listen to. So please do that. And maybe you can do a good question or make a good statement. And maybe you will win a prize for that. That's it for now. Do you have any questions? No? Perfect.
Great, thank you, Maren, for Next, this event would not have been possible if it weren't for a group of people that dedicated their last months to having everything prepared for the last days. And for that, I would like to invite Germain to share some words from the organizers.
All right. Hello, everyone. I am Germain, the event organizer. And, okay, no, sorry. First of all, we have some other organizers with us today. I would like to invite them in the middle, if it's possible. So you can see some of them. As you might know, PM Friends happened kind of randomly in the beginning of the year. It kind of snuck up on us last year. But we mustered all our courage and all the resources that we had in France to us to make the best events possible for you guys. So I really hope that you enjoyed the OOD yesterday and that everything was okay for you guys. And I hope that in the following days we will be able to keep the pace that we have had so that everything is still good for you. If you need anything, don't hesitate to come to us so we can fix your problems as soon as possible. Now I will take advantage of the fact that you're all here and I can talk to all of you for some technical details. First of all, very important, don't go in the lake. Second one, coffee breaks will be in the dining room where you have breakfast. Third one, during the meal we will make you sign a discharge stating that you are responsible for your actions, not us. Then if some of you might not have paid the fee already, you can do that at the help desk, which is outside during the coffee break. And the help desk is also where you can have any information you might need during the PM. And it will also be serve as a lost and found place. So if you lost something, instead of starting the WhatsApp group, which uses the internet connection again, you can just come to us at the help desk, and if we have it, we can give it to you. Finally, a lot of you guys have come to us for the merchandise that we have for the PM, because it's amazing, because we have awesome designers with us. Don't worry about it, you will have it in due time. So thank you all for coming to this PM. I hope together we can have an awesome time. And I wish you guys a very good day of plenary today. Thank you.
Considering that in the beginning of the year, BEST did not have a PM host, I think the organizers deserve all our appreciation. We've been here the last days and we've seen them working really hard to have everything ready. And for that, they deserve all our respect. So whenever you see one of them, please give them a hug, smile, or say thank you. Thank you.
Okay, in the next minutes, I will give you a short introduction to the plenary and what kind of impact you might have in the plenary in the next days. Or, as I like to call it, an alternative title for this presentation is, what am I doing here? Not I, but you. So, first of all, hats off to you for being here. Thank you very much for investing your time, your energy, and your money in traveling all the way to France, in traveling all the way to this place to represent your group in BEST, or your local group or your team. Indeed. We are all volunteers here. We are all dedicating our time willingly for no physical benefits, let's say. And the things that drives us is our passion. That's what leads us here. That's what led us here. This is what we do this because we believe that we can make a change. We can make a change in our communities, in our smaller circles, in our societies, or in our environment, and hopefully one day also in the world, if we don't do that already. And being here in the plenary at this very moment, you are becoming part of the history of BEST. And next to you, in the last 30 years, or on the same path, in the last 30 years, and 60 GMs in total, there were 6,452 other delegates that stood in your places years ago. And they had quite some responsibilities, because what came out of these general meetings were quite some important outcomes. And these outcomes affected why we're doing what we're doing. They affected our identity. They affected what we're doing, the activities that we're having. And they also affected how we're doing these activities. So our working methods. And just to give you some examples, in 2006, 12 years ago, it's when this identity of BEST was adopted. This is also the new logo. How many of you know the previous logo of BEST? Nice. Quite a few. Another thing that happened quite some years ago, 6 years ago, in PM Timișoara, there was a first discussion group about Best Career Day, which a few years later turned into an event. And this all started with a discussion group. It was not a voting. A change in working methods, or one of the most notable ones in recent years, let's say, that changed the way that we work, was the introduction of using a long-term strategic plan. And this one was voted for the first time 6 years ago in GA France. At the moment, we're on our third long-term strategic plan. So all these changes happened in general meetings, but they are not a single event. There was a long process behind every single change. And all this process started with one question: is a change really needed, and why do we need this change? Because without knowing why we should change or what the problem is, we will not find a good enough solution for it. So after having the reason for change, so really identifying the problem, what is bothering us, you might have several ideas out of which you choose one. How do you go next? You research. In BEST, what we do is we see, has this change been proposed or tried to be proposed in the past? Was it implemented in the end? If yes, what were the outcomes? What happened? If not, why did it not happen? What were the reasons why it was abandoned? Have the reasons changed since then? Do we still have the same conditions? Can we apply it now or try to implement it now? So once you do your research, you can do this either by discussing with your fellow members, besties, or also with older members that can share quite some information with you. And once you have a plan and you know how you want to do it, you get to implement it. And that's great because you can see something happening. But what is always very important to remember is that you have to evaluate. You have to evaluate the impact of the change that you made, what were the effects, and has that solved your problem? It might seem quite a long process indeed, and we are here, we have only 4 days, so where do we actually start? Well, this is the best place to start because in the next 4 days, there are in total 27 hours where you will be sitting in this room. Outside of this, there are a lot of sessions, discussion groups, and workshops, and also training sessions where you can put forward your ideas. And outside of that, there are coffee breaks, lunches, dinners, and parties where you could also discuss and share your ideas with your colleagues. In total, more than 3,000 hours. Just imagine how much time that is and how much can happen in that time. Well, this is the right place for you at the moment to be. You chose to be here. And we will try to do our best to give you the platform to share all your ideas and all your thoughts. So, for that, please attend the sessions, both in the plenary, both outside of the plenary. Please be critical and question what is presented, what is being discussed, also the opinions shared. Ask questions, clarification, share your opinion as well. Go for improving what is happening at the moment with a reason behind it. And most importantly, also follow up. After PM does not end on the last day, or the work does not end on the last day of PM. There's a whole year ahead of you where you can do a lot of great things. So, whether you like it or not, at the moment you represent best, you are best. So whatever happens in the next 4 days, it's only up to you. Thank you. Do you have any questions? I would gladly answer some. Okay. Well, you will hear a lot of me talking this block, because the next presentation is a bit more technical. It's also related to what will happen on the last day of President's meeting, which is the voting. So indeed, an important part of President's meeting is taking decisions while voting or through voting. And this is a brief introduction of what are your options and how voting happens or how it will happen. So in BEST, voting is regulated in 2 documents. In our most important regulations document, the statutes, And in the internal regulations, these are the articles. You have both documents in your handbook, in your PM handbook. So if you're interested, check it there. But here's a summary of those points. As I said, voting will happen on the last day. We will have a paper voting, which is dedicated for membership, and there will be an electronic voting on VIP that concerns all the other proposals. Voting rights, only full members have voting rights. And of course, there is only one vote per full member. We have this thing called secret ballot, which means that a voting happens in secret ballot if the votes are anonymous, so you don't know who voted for what. However, in these situations, you cannot comment on your vote or why you voted in a certain way because it's not known how you voted. By default, voting on membership and voting on people, like elections, are secret. However, we won't have any elections in this event. Secret ballot can be requested by full member LBGs and the board. According to the regulation, secret ballot or full members can ask for secret ballot at any point during the event. However, due to practicalities, because we need to make some changes to the voting agenda, to the voting sheets, we would like to propose a deadline for requesting secret ballot on the third plenary day in the evening at 10 o'clock local time. So that we are able to arrange everything for the next day when the voting will happen. But this is just a proposed deadline, and we actually need you to approve of this deadline. So this is the first time that you will get to use your colored cards, so the green and the red one. If you agree with this proposed deadline, and you promise to respect it, please show the green card. If not, please show the red card. So we will go for that on... Everybody has them? Everybody has them, okay. So then we will go for 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Thank you very much. So this means that the deadline for secret ballot is on the third day at 10 in the evening. During the coffee break, a flip chart where you can put the number of the proposal, your name, your LBG, if you want a certain proposal to be voted anonymously. Then, a second very important thing is vote delegation. If you are not able, or you are not here on the last day when the voting will happen, or if you are not able to be here for the full voting session, you will have to delegate your vote to another full LBG only. This delegation is irreversible, so you cannot take it back. And if you need to delegate your vote, find an LBG, and together with the delegate from the second LBG, please look for a dissenter. He will have some papers for you to sign delegating your vote. Now, voting will happen in voting sessions, and in order for the voting of a session to be considered valid, the quorum needs to be met, and in most cases that is half of the number of full LBGs that exist in BEST at the moment. That will be also the case on this event. If you consider that a proposal should not be voted upon, you can withdraw, and this means that you will not be able to express your opinion on the proposal. If more than half of the LBGs withdraw, that means that the quorum for that proposal is not met. This means that the voting will not happen. Now, if you do want to express your opinion on a proposal, you have 3 options to do so. You can be in favor of the proposal, which is a yes, against the proposal, which is a no, or you can abstain. What does abstention mean? is that you think the proposal should be voted upon, but you cannot make up your mind, and you leave the decision up to the other members that are present and voting. Just to make it clear, a withdrawal is not the same with an abstention, because with an abstention, you do not change the quorum of the voting session. Now, if you have some changes that you would like to propose for some of the proposals, there are two ways of doing so. First is through a counter-proposal, and second is through an amendment. A counter-proposal means that you want to change the concept of a proposal. For this, again, for technicalities and administrative things, we would like to set a deadline for the third day, the same deadline, 10 in the evening local time. And for that, for a template, you can, for the counter-proposal, you can either check PA or approach dissenter. And finally, amendments are also changes or modifications to proposals. However, you don't change the concept of a proposal through amendments. These can be either mistakes with phrasing or typos, but also changes in the content that do not change the general concept. If you want to submit amendments, you will have to find at least another full member LBG that supports that change. And you can submit your amendments to that online form, which will also be posted on a flip chart around the room, or just approach Vicente for that, and me. Great. So what will happen once the amendments are submitted on the form? On the fourth day in the morning, we're going to present all the amendments that happen. There will be an open discussion on these amendments, and finally, every single amendment has to be approved by you. So every change to the existing proposals have to be voted by you. As a recap, there is one very, very important thing, or the most important thing in this presentation right now, is that we have some deadlines, the same deadline, third day in the evening at 10 p.m. Deadline for secret ballots, requesting secret ballots, delegation, amendments, and counter proposals. Do you have any questions? Okay. I don't see anyone. So I guess with that, okay, so that is the last point that we have on the agenda for this part. And before we go into coffee break, I would like to ask Maren if we have any announcements at the moment.
So a few announcements. First one, Senna, Eva, Majd, Lorenzo, Samo, Berta, Marilyn, Valentin go to Augie at the board table at the start of the coffee break. And there's also going to be an announcement about LBG depth.
Iliana, can you stand up, please? As you know, you need to pay your LPG debts during general meetings. Also, you need to pay for any additional history books and your reports you ordered. So please find us during plenary days, please not during the party, only during plenary days in the coffee breaks. Then we can administer your RPG debt payments. If you challenge or if you debate the RPG debt you have, please find me before the third day of the plenary, and we can talk about it. So find Iliana to pay, and if you have any problem or questions, find me. Thank you.
Can I go?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to ask Frankfurt, Kiev, Porto, and Boazici to approach me during the coffee break for about membership rehearsals. Okay, I will repeat. Kiev, Porto, Boazici, and also Frankfurt to rehearse the presentations today. I need to provide information about this.
Okay, since that is the last announcement that we have at the moment, I guess we will be going to coffee break. At the moment, time is 10:47. We are a bit ahead of schedule.
Whoa.
At the moment, and let's keep it up this way up until the end of the event, please. So then we will go into a bit of an extended coffee break. We have time until 10:30. 11:30, I'm sorry. So I will ask for your understanding to be here a bit before 10:30, so we can 11:30. I'm sorry. So we can start on time. Until then, enjoy your coffee and enjoy your tea. See you here in 40 minutes.